Is you.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is terrific. Well, Patricia Highsmith's novel was published in 1955, and Anthony Minghella specifically chose the late 1950s to set the film, and I wanted to know why.
Part of the film is so preoccupied, with the difference between the surface and the reality of things, and the surface was extremely sort of erotic and confident around the end of the 50s in Italy and modern. It's just that I love La Dolce Vita, Fellini's film La Dolce Vita, and I had this whole fantasy that we were shooting on one street and his crew and cast were shooting on another. That's an aesthetic reason, I just love that period, but it's also a period in Italy, Il Boom it was called, which I love too, the idea of something, Il Boom. And it was called Il Boom because it's the time when Italy surfaced after the war, and it was the beginning of the Vespa generation of the guys hanging around with wonderful suits on corners and applauding women. It's a much more bravura period in the history. Sometimes fiction demonizes characters, it says, here's a monstrous personality, and we watch them behaving badly. But to me, fiction is interesting insofar as it tells us about the consequences of our own choices and the consequences of our own actions, because things make sense inside our heads, doesn't stop us hurting each other.
Morning, Tom.
Morning.
Come join us.
And I think all of the films I've made are somehow, patrolling that territory.
I want this job of yours, Tommy. I was just saying, you live in Italy, you stay at Dickie's house, you eat Dickie's food, wears clothes, and his father picks up the tab. If you get bored, you let me know, because I'll do it.
I started out thinking that I wouldn't make Ripley unless I could find a Ripley, and then I found my Ripley, and I was so excited by Matt and continued to be excited by him through every day and every minute of the shooting. I think he's an amazing, amazing actor, Matt Damon. But I thought the Dickie somehow would be the easiest part to cast. I thought, well, Hollywood's full of beautiful guys and alluring guys, and I'll just find one of them and put them in the film. And then I couldn't find anybody, and I just kept going round and round, and the only person I could ever think of from the get-go was Jude. And I thought, well, he's not even American. The studio, I'm sure, won't be interested in him. But I couldn't let go of him as an idea, and I met him, and he was not even that particularly excited at first when I talked to him about doing the film, and then he gradually got more and more excited, and I got more and more fixated and tenacious to get him in the film. And I've never been so struck looking down the lens that I was looking at a movie star.
And it's like a kid's.
See, that's the S and the T.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, vulnerable. That's pain. That's secret pain.
Well, it must be a very deep secret, because I don't know about it.
There's nothing more naked than your handwriting. And see how nothing's quite touching the line? That's vanity.
Well, we certainly know that's true.
I think at the heart of Ripley, there's a whole business of belonging and friendship. More than sex, more than sexuality, much more yearning to be accepted, to be part of a peer group.
If you've had money your entire life, even if you despise it, which we do, agreed? You're only truly comfortable around other people who have it and despise it.
I know.
I've never admitted that to anyone.
Ah, the gorgeous Kate Blanchett. The Talented Mr Ripley is currently screening nationally.